What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get to round 50 on Black Ops 3 Verrucht. So let's get into it. So in the early rounds, just going to use my pistol and knife a lot to get some points, and then we're eventually going to head up that staircase right there by the MP40 and double tap. As far as the weapons go, all you're going to need is a Mark II and a Wunderwaffe. That's all you're going to need for the weapons, and then I'm going to show you later on where we're going to be camping at. This is a camping strategy, because that's pretty much the best way to play Verrucht on here. If you try to run around and do the trap strategy from World at War, it doesn't work. I mean, if you're going to be in the hundreds, you kind of have to do it, but it's a lot more difficult. You got to jump through the traps and stuff, and it's kind of annoying, but this strategy I think is pretty easy. And up here, I stay up here for a few rounds too, just to get some extra points before I open up the rest of the map. Gonna go down and get Jug and Quick Revive first, and then I move into the Speed Cola area later.
Reach for me, Juggy girl.
Alright, so there's that. Now, here's the area that we're going to be staying at, which is the kitchen. I got my Wunderwaffe Pack-a-Punched. As far as the gobble gums, you're going to want Crate Power, Bullet Boost, Alchemical, Cashback, and also the Death Machine, because the Death Machines are really nice on here. Since the camping strategy, you can use these Death Machines, especially if the gobble gum machine is not giving you your Alchemical or the Cashbacks. I used it quite a bit, and it was pretty helpful. If you use both of them, you will be able to get through all the round with it, which is really good. And you're just going to stay here, basically, in this corner, and shoot two windows. They can only come out two ways. That window back there where I'm aiming at, and then of course this window right here where I'm aiming at now. So that's it. They can only come from two areas, which makes it a lot easier. But it is close quarters. If you let too many of them in, you can get hit pretty easily. This was yet again another flawless round 50. I didn't go down once, which was really nice. I feel like if you're going to get round 50 on this map, you pretty much can't go down, because if you do, it's really rough to get your stuff back. I mean, because then you got to open up the whole area, or just try to stay in there and survive. I also bought the trip mines. They're pretty nice for the earlier rounds in the 20s, because it will kill a few zombies as they jump through. That's not a necessity, but I do like being able to use them. And they kind of sound off too. Like if they trip one, you'll know that they're coming from that other window that's even further away from you, so you can know to start aiming that way too. That's helpful more when you're using a Wunderwaffe and you can't see the zombies and you're just going to be spamming in different directions. But in the earlier rounds, I just use the Mark II most of the time because it's pretty good. Especially if you're getting headshots, and if you aim in that area that I was showing you, just kind of like up a little higher, it's going to be easy. And now I start using the Waff. Always do this little knife cancel. When you go to reload with the Waff, it's pretty slow because you have to kind of like pull that little lever back, and if you do the knife cancel, you don't have to do that and you get a quicker reload. This is really helpful into the 40s and 50s when they start really pouring in quick. It's just super helpful. You can get your shots off quicker. And you can see I'm using the Alchem right now. When you're doing the cashbacks, it's pretty helpful if you like shoot a couple shots first, then spawn the max ammo in, shoot a couple more, do your knife cancel, and then pick it up. Make sure you're always getting full ammo in your Wunderwaffe, because if you don't and you're in this area, you're going to go down. Like, there's no doubt about it. Now for round 41, this is when it gets a little bit faster. These rounds, even in the 40s, are only taking about a minute, maybe a minute and 20 seconds. They're really quick rounds for high rounds on BO3, because all you're doing is standing in this area and spamming it. I failed my knife cancel there. That could have been bad, but luckily I had some room to maneuver. You can get some close calls in here, like when they pack in and you get hit too many times. You can even get hit as you're shooting the Wunderwaffe. You can get blank shots where they just swarm you right away, which is really annoying. It doesn't happen a lot, so when you're doing it, try not to just spam it. Like, try to wait till you see the foot come through that little barrier and then shoot it. And I just aimed at the same area on the floor most of the time, and it kills all of them. It's really interesting that it can do that, but it has such a radius to it that it makes it a lot easier. So yeah, just kind of shoot right there, and it's super simple. It's probably the easiest strategy that you can do on Verrückt, which is a hard map. It's definitely the hardest of all the Chronicles maps besides Shangri-La is definitely difficult, but this is the hardest World at War remake, because all you can do is camp and you have to play it perfectly and make sure that you keep getting the gobblegums. And now for the final round, and just again spamming the Wunderwaffe. I do get a close call here. It's going to happen when I try to push through here again, and I get hit a bunch of times. It's going to be happening pretty soon. Happens like mid-round, and I'll show you what you don't want to do if that does happen. Like when I retreat out there, that's a good thing because you have another little hallway that you keep spamming. And that when you do get a close call like that, you can get yourself out of it. Once you shoot a couple times, you can pull back in, which is nice. If you get a red screen, I would recommend just staying out there and shooting the Waff and trying to stand back further, because it does have a little bit of splash damage to it, but not a lot. Like right there was my worst close call. That was bad. Like that was a big time red screen. I got lucky that nothing else happened and no one else was coming in. But yeah, this is pretty much how you do it. This is it. Super simple strategy. About hour and 20 minutes to get it all done. And that's round 50 on Verrückt. Make sure to like and subscribe for more.